Thank you for joining me again. This is question mark. This is the day after Christmas, and you may be wondering, hey, wait a second. Didn't I just watch this video? Didn't I just watch him open a gift edition of Zendikar Rising? No, you did not. No, you didn't. You watched my friend and roommate Happy Batty open one. You didn't watch me open one. And because of a generous gift from my friend Jay, I now have one as well. So, Happy Batty is with me again.
Hi.
Hi. So, we're switching spots though, so I'll be opening this one, and we'll see what I get.
Do you need a pointy thing?
Yeah, let me borrow the pointy thing. I'll use that to open a bit there. And, honestly, I think it's quite festive to have the Hans Eriksson playmat back there, looking like big old Santa Claus. Such a softie.
Yeah. This is Santa Claus in the spring.
Oh yeah, because he's got a flower. And...
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people say that he looks like Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive. And I gotta agree. Yeah, I gotta agree. Although, let's see. Well, actually, Seth's beard is that big at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I think he keeps his hair a little different. But yeah, we got the... Ooh,
yeah,
sorry,
he just needs that fish.
The fish?
No, like, it's not on there, but you know how Saffron has the fish.
Oh,
Scoops.
Scoops, that's right.
Scoops.
Alright. This little box. Get out of the way. Yeah, I got the little poster thing, which, like, alright, take it or leave it, I guess. But I love, honestly, these boxes. The bundle boxes, they used to call them fat pack boxes. I like the ones that are shiny. I like these boxes. I also like the gift boxes in particular for having giant D20s. Big ones. Although this one's just kind of gray. But I still like them. I like them big.
You like them big.
I like them chunky. Yep. We've got a couple of rules cards in here. Alright, who cares? Got a land pack. Got Charix the Raging Isle. The legendary Leviathan crab. This is the alternate art foil that you can only get this way.
You also got the crab.
Yep. Oh, everybody who opens one of these gets the crab. Okay. And they also get, I don't know how many it is, 20 basic lands that are foil? Something like that.
You should build a crab deck.
Well, there aren't a lot of crabs. So if we're talking crab tribal, it doesn't really work out. If we're talking about just Charix as a commander, it's not easy, but it's not impossible. You could make a probably pretty bad deck with it as the commander, but... So we've got...
Crab magic.
Crab magic. We've got, I believe, 10 draft booster packs and 1 collector booster pack, and that's really what's the most exciting about these things. But you never know. You can end up with some pretty great stuff in draft packs sometimes. I have already opened a lot of Zendikar Rising, so there's unlikely to be too much in here that I don't already have, but that's why I love opening these ones. It's a lot more likely to get something I don't already have. Woo! Sorry about that. If we're looking at foils. Alright. So, let's see. Start with a cleric. Ooh, okay. Tormenting voice. Okay. Yep. Rogue. There's a lot of commons that have like the party creature types, like warrior. Oh, feed the swarm. I like that. Another warrior. Cares about warriors. And we were talking about how we're really hoping that in the Forgotten Realms D&D set that's coming out in like 6 months or something, that they do more with the party mechanic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, these double-faced like flip cards and everything, I think they are kind of underrated by some people, or maybe I just haven't played games in person of Commander yet, so I haven't got a chance to hear what other people think, but I think most of them are pretty good. Maybe not this one, but Master of the Winds. Okay, one of my least favorite rares in the set. So, cool. It's a Sphinx that enters the battlefield. You draw 2 cards and then discard a card. It's either a 1/4 or a 4/1. Neither of which are things I want. All right. Well, not off to a great start. Following that, though, we've got a Full Art Mountain. That's the best card in the pack. And the... I don't even know what you call these things. They used to be checklist cards back when they were in Innistrad and stuff. I don't know what they are now. Blanks.
This artwork kind of looks like it's just like a lady coming out of the water. And those guys are like, Lady of the Water, tell us your wisdom. And she's just like, draw 2 cards, discard one of them. But this lady has like cat paws. It won't focus on her for some reason. Because she is a Sphinx. Yeah, it's not wanting to focus on her, I don't think. Speaking of kitty paws, look who joined me. Ah, yes. Alright, well, okay. Commons, basic commons, Oblivion's Hunger, To the Depths, Expedition Champion, okay. Big old crocodile, Brute. Okay, Relicax. You know, this card is, I think, strictly worse than Harrow, and yet, I think in some decks where you play Harrow, like for landfall triggers and lands coming in and out of the graveyard and stuff, I think you probably still play it as a second Harrow. Just saying. Glasspool Mimic. Okay. Not a card that I'm particularly fond of, but it's pretty good. It's a clone that has a land on the back face of it, so not bad. Last time I checked it was a couple bucks, like 2 or something. Oh, we got the Cat Beast token. That's nice. Cat Beast. Okay, especially since I love the what was it, Retreat to Felidar or something like that? The Felidar Retreat? I don't know. I call my Cat's Beast all the time.
Yeah.
They are boy beast.
Yeah, I love the enchantment that has landfall and makes you a cat or puts +1/+1 counters. That one's really good. Ooh. Okay. Well, we've got our first showcase art, and I quite like this art. I would love to play foil one of these. But, not an amazing card, but okay. And, okay, alright. Kargan Intimidator. Cowards can't block warriors. I mean, that's just timeless wisdom, it seems. Choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. It gets +1/+1. A creature becomes a coward, or a warrior gains trample. The card's just okay. We got a foil that's uncommon, Roost of Drakes. It's alright.
It's shiny.
It is shiny. Once again, I feel like in a lot of these, the full art basic land might be the best card. I certainly will play full art basic lands in decks. So maybe I'm being a little harsh, but also I've opened a lot of Zendikar Rising. It maybe takes a little bit to get me excited about these at this point. But, trying to keep it together here. With the form Blight, haven't figured out what to do with that one yet. This one's such an underwhelming card. It's 1 mana to put 1 counter. But the fact that it can make a land on the other side, maybe it's still worth playing. I don't know. Archon of Ameria. Now this card I think is cool and should go in some Stacks decks. I don't currently own a Stacks deck, but for anyone who does, a good like mid-range flying attacker. Each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. Non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. I've recommended for this for some blue-white decks recently that have like counter spells and stuff. So your opponent plays a spell, you play a counter spell, and that's it. They can't do anything else. And you don't need to. Good if you've got lots of flash stuff too, so I like this card a lot.
A white card that locks people from doing things? Gee, I wonder who likes that card. Yeah, nobody... it's not a nice card to play against people, I suppose, but... Oh, this is... Okay, this one...
I'm thinking of someone in particular. Maybe the person who gave you this box.
Yeah, I could see that. This art actually reminds me a lot of... I think it's Return of the King, when the spider Shelob sneaks up on Frodo. That's absolutely what's going on here, right? Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looks about right.
Mm-hmm. She gives him the old poke. The old poke in the back. I won't spoil what happens, though. It's a good movie. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen it, 17 years later or whatever. That was a vampire. I've got a vampire deck, and I think I added like one new vampire to it with this set. And it's the one that's just Vampire Nighthawk, but usually better.
Oh, and Lord of the Rings movies came out in theaters around Christmas time. So by some definitions, they're Christmas movies.
Sure, they came out in December.
So this would be an appropriate time to see them if you haven't.
Yeah. Oh, hey, okay. Well, this is useful. Branchloft Pathway. Now, of course, famously, they have the borderless variants that are super, super pretty. But these are just good cards. They're not fetchable, but they're very versatile dual lands. I would play them in play decks. Especially two-color decks. Specifically two-color decks. I don't currently have a deck that is just green and white, but if I did, I would definitely play that in it. You do, but I think you've already got a Branchloft Pathway.
Yeah, I got one of those. Yeah. Yeah, I put it away, but maybe I could watch the video again and remember what I got.
Yeah, Subtle Strike, Metamarasa. I look at these, I'm like, Flash, Flying. Why couldn't you be a vampire? It would be good from a vampire deck. But it mills too. That's actually not important from a vampire deck. Skyclave Cleric. Okay. Oh, well, what was I just talking about? This is the one best vampire in this set by far. Unfortunately, this is like my third one that I've opened. I do have like a foil one and a foil extended art one, I think. So I do have it in my vampire deck. It's still very cool. Probably going to my trade binder is what it is. It's probably going to go... I would happily trade that to someone who I think will happily play it. I don't think it's worth very much. Probably $2, I would guess.
I like this insect art.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah. Is this weird that I'm seeing the card back here? Isn't that weird? Don't we normally have a token in the back that is double-faced?
Maybe, yeah.
And so it's weird that I've got the back of a pack here. I'm curious to see, is that maybe some foil? But no, foils usually come earlier than that, right? So I wonder what I got. We'll find out. I'm pacing myself. Spitfire Legag, there's a Squid, at the Uncommons, and Colony Ambush I think is a pretty good card, actually. Another one of those double-face cards where I think the front face is actually worth playing. And I got a Kiri Fearless Voyager, which is cool. I think she's great. And the last card... Oh, okay, that's what it is. Okay, it was just these blank cards. That's just how they are. Okay. Just weirded out for a second, because I've been hearing about people opening Kaldheim cards in Commander Legends boosters.
What?
And I know that there's the list, which is a thing in Zendikar Rising, but just in the set boosters, I believe. So there's just so many different kinds of cards printed in so many different ways and so many different packs. It's a little hard to keep track sometimes of if you've stumbled across something really rare or what. Okay, another pathway. Oh, and this is a white-black one. I actually do have a strictly white and black deck. I think I already have like a full art or a foil one of these in the deck already.
But I'll double check if I don't already. This deserves to go in because these are all really good. I got a foil uncommon. Equipped warriors you control have double strike. Well, you know, good for a warrior deck. I don't have a warrior deck. I don't know many people who do, except, well, Najila the Blade Blossom, which is like one of the most competitive commander decks out there. But it's also just kind of like a fairly straightforward combo deck. I don't know. I've seen it. It's not interesting to me. There's a vampire, which I wish had, like, evasion or something. Too bad. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses one. That'd be neat. Hey, it's Skitch.
Yay.
Making it through those geyser fields. And then there's a bunch more little lizards jumping on somebody.
So many fire lizards.
Yeah. Song Mad Treachery. Yeah, I'm not sold on this one. Actually, you know what? I'm probably going to play this in Ink Treader Nephilim. Just because Ink Treader likes to play those steal a creature and untap it and give it haste effects. And this, you know, costs 1 or 2 mana more than I'd normally like to pay. But it can be a land on the other side, so that's kind of good. So maybe I will play this.
Yeah.
Valakut Exploration. Okay, did I actually get one of these in my boxes before? I think I did. This card's pretty good if I remember right. Let me go over it. 2 and a red for an enchantment with landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. So, right off the bat, that's pretty good. That seems like it's up there with was it the Sieges? Outpost Siege, which costs 1 mana more, but Outpost Siege triggers automatically every turn. This triggers when you play a land. But there's more. At the beginning of your end step, if there are cards exiled with Valakut Exploration, put them into their owner's graveyard. Then Valakut Exploration deals that much damage to each opponent. So if you find there's a card that you can't use, say you've already played a land and the card that you exile is another land, you don't keep it in exile. You get it in your graveyard for your Crucible of Worlds and for your, I don't know, Lord Windgrace abilities to bring things back, and you deal 1 damage. If you play multiple lands in a turn, you exile multiple things, you have multiple going to your graveyard, you end up dealing more damage. This is a pretty good card. I actually might even play this in Kiki Jiki, come to think of it. Maybe. I don't know.
Do you have a second copy of that?
I think I do. I think this is my second copy now. So yeah, it might be good in Windgrace. And I love looking at a foil showcase card here.
Ooh, what is that? Oh,
a
it's
Coon
the
Hellhound. Yep, hot dog. It's a 1 mana 0/1, so super powerful there.
Look at that good boy.
But he gets big fast when you start playing extra lands. I remember people used to play Step Links in like red-white Zendikar decks where they play lots of fetch lands and then trigger it multiple times in a turn. That could still be a thing, but I'm not sure in what format. Modern? Pioneer?
Yeah, when I tried to play competitive, I lost to a deck that had Step Links in it.
Oh. Well, it was a very aggressive deck, and if it got a good hand, it could kill you very quickly. But if it didn't get a good hand, it kind of fizzles out.
And yeah, the guy I was playing against definitely knew what he was doing, more so than I did. So that also helped.
Regrowth, Vassal Fortification, Tazri. Okay.
Hey, we both got one.
I got a mythic rare, but yeah, it's one I already have, one that you already have, and we already have them.
I mean,
have
still
her.
Cool,
yeah, it is. It is. And this is the one that, you know, 6 months from now, if we start seeing a bunch more party cards, that this card could end up becoming way better than it is right now. There's been a lot of speculation,
look
for
at
instance.
that kitty token.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
It.
Here.
Look at that kitty token.
Yeah. That's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of speculation about, like, what cards are going to be good with Kaldheim coming out. And we've seen some Berserkers and some Dwarves and stuff like that. And there's been a lot of cards rising in value quickly. I was one who bought a couple of Lavissa Cold Eyes at about $1, and now she's like 7 times that. So I've made a couple of decisions. So
Still waiting for them to make some cats for call time.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen any cats yet, but there's got to be at least 1 or 2.
Yeah, it's Viking themed. There's got to be something.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that when we start seeing cards from the D&D set, we see the word party show up. We see some clerics, rogues, warriors, wizards, stuff like that showing up, and prepare for General Tazri to shoot way up in price, possibly. We'll see. All right, so this pack has lots of foils in it, mostly foil commons that I'm not probably going to be playing regardless, but, you know,
they're shiny. They're
neat.
Pretty.
Oh, hey, Colony Ambush. See, I might play Colony Ambush in a deck, and having a foil one makes it a lot more appealing.
Foil card of a cat with razor blades on its arms.
Yeah.
Because cats needed more sharp ends.
Mm-hmm. And the art on the back is pretty cool. The cat's just lounging up there because it's a land, so it's not attacking today. Yeah, I think I actually really like that card. Foil full art planes is always nice.
Yeah,
I'll probably play that in the deck. Swarm Shambler. Okay, this is a fungus beast for 1. I don't remember this card.
That beast is a fun guy.
Yeah, he is. So 1 green. Okay, I think I don't recognize him because notice he's number 362 out of nothing, which means that he was not included in normal draft boosters. He's a commander deck exclusive or a theme deck theme pack exclusive, something like that. So that's why I haven't really seen him. Enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on him. Okay, he better. He's a 1 mana creature. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it becomes the target of a spell an opponent controls, create an insect. For colorless and tap, put a +1/+1 counter on Swarm Shambler. Not terribly exciting, honestly, and to get a extended art version, but whatever. Oh, now this, on the other hand, is quickly becoming one of the most popular cards in Modern. I believe I already do have a foil one, and I'm playing it in a Modern white deck, but another foil one, that's pretty cool. That's a good one to have. In fact, I'm going to put the plains over there, the rare over there, and the other rare over here. Okay, we got another Showcase Spitfire Lagak, which is nice. McKindy Ox, which is neat. Oh, well, that's cool.
Well done.
We got a borderless Nahiri. I think Nahiri is very cool, actually. Her +1 ability is creating a token and attaching equipment to it. The -2 ability is card advantage. The -3 ability she can use right away, and it deals damage, so it's removal. And that's what people always say about Planeswalkers, is that they need to protect themselves. Ideally, they make tokens or they deal some damage. Ideally, there are also some card advantage. And she's got all 3 of those options on the very first turn you play her. I think she's quite good, especially for a red-white card.
So she could defend herself and deal some damage.
Heck yeah. All right, and we've got a foil cat.
Ooh.
It's very stylish, but I don't know. Does a 3-mana 2/1 Trampler meet your cat deck's minimum requirements when you play a land and you put a +1/+1 counter on it?
Yeah, not so good in my cat deck, maybe? I don't know. Like, my cat deck does have a way of boosting it pretty quickly.
I don't know.
But also, Landfall, like, out of all the decks that I have, it probably drops lands the least out of...
Well,
it doesn't ramp as hard as my other 2 decks.
Well...
Or the 2 green decks, at least.
I don't know. 3 mana, and it has Trample. That's one of the things... Your cats in that deck get very big very fast, but they don't always have a good ability like Trample on them.
I could totally play it.
Foil one, there you go. Okay.
I'll try it out. It's
and
shiny.
then we've got a extended art foil Grakmaw Skyclave Ravager, the Hydra Horror. Okay, well, it's very stylish, and I love, legendary creatures with a crown along the top, and I like getting foil extended art rares. That's always cool. But isn't this the one where... let's see. Okay, enters the battlefield with 3 counters on it. Whenever another creature you control dies, if it had a counter on it, put a counter on Grakma. When Grakma dies, you make other Hydras, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on Grakma. Seems like a lot of hoops to jump through. I don't know. I know it's not a particularly valuable card, but it's still pretty cool. It's still pretty stylish. But I like Nahiri more. Ooh, and then we got a foil Cat
Shiny
Beast,
Cat Beast.
which I think this may go in my mono white deck then, with that card that triggers to make them.
Ooh.
Oh, we got a
That's
Goblin
spooky.
Construct. Okay, who makes this again? This creature can't block. At the beginning of your upkeep, this creature deals 1 damage to you. Okay, this is a token artifact creature Goblin Construct that damages you and can't block. There's a weird card that makes these, and if I remember right, that card is not super good, but it's neat.
Look at that
It's interesting.
token, though.
Yeah, it's a super interesting token. Okay, well, you know, I don't think we got anything too crazy here in terms of like monetary value, and I do already have a lot of these things in part because I've opened just a lot of packs. So what can you do? But still, it's fun to open these things, and I've got a few more foils that I like. You know, I like the token here. I like Colony Ambush that might get played in something. I've got some good trade fodder for, you know, excited for the day that we can start going back to card shops and trading things again. You know, someone's probably going to want my 3rd Nighthawk Scavenger, and I'll get something useful for it. So yeah, there are some good cards in here, and I've enjoyed opening them on camera. And even Happy Batty gets to walk away with a foil cat.
I got a shiny kitty. It's going to go in my kitty deck.
All right, so hope you've enjoyed spending another just after Christmas day opening packs with me here, and hope you all are well and had a happy holidays, and that maybe we'll be able to meet up at an actual card shop sometime in 2021. All right, take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.